What I do is not about years of training, which I have. For me, it's not about reading books or attempting to master Shakespeare. Acting is something I was born to do. It's in my blood. If I can convince myself that I am a banana, then the audience will believe that I am a fruit. Do you understand? Of course you do not. You are common. If everyone could do it, we wouldn't have the Oliviers, the Gielguds, the Shatners. These men and I, we are a special breed. Just know, sir, that I am one with my craft. My performances are poetry in its purest form. For this is what I do. I am an actor.
After doing several documentaries for the BBC, I spent some time in New York City. Of all that I saw in the Big Apple, I felt most compelled to tell the story of one man and the play that Broadway cannot forget.
My name is Maurice Tyler Moore. I have been with the production of Dogs since its inception in 1982. We are the longest-running production in Off-Off-Broadway history. You may see that as the booby prize, but it's something we're all very proud of around here.
Dogs premiered to a less than stellar crowd of 17, a mere one night after the opening of Cats.
Hey! Hey! God damn, you bring your inbred asses up here and do this piece of shit night after.
An unfortunate oversight caused the opening night delay. It was the first of many mishaps that would plague this production over the years.
Our flyers were misprinted. We were supposed to have a leg up on that other piece of shit, but the printer fucked up, and so we opened up on a Sunday night instead of a Friday night. Who the fuck goes to the theater on a Sunday night? I play the part of old Neuterotomy. It's the meaty sort of a role that most actors would kill for. Why, the entire production centers around my character's arduous and meaningful quest.
What is your character seeking?
His balls.
I recall a ride in the car. Seems we didn't go, oh, so very far. Went to a place they call the vet. A man in white is who we met. I felt a prick, and I was out like a light, and I must have slept all through the night. But there is one thing I do recall. Just before I blacked out, I had my balls.
How did Dogs come to be?
Dogs was written by a brilliant playwright, Enzo Barzini, after he left the creative team of another show in its rather early stages.
And that other show, which Mr. Barzini, in fact, was originally hired to write, was the smash Broadway hit Cats.
Have you seen Cats? Why, a David Lynch film dubbed in Spanish would make more sense. They simply did not have the foresight to see his brilliance, so he left and wrote what I consider to be a modern masterpiece, Dogs.
It's a rough, rough world when you're less than a man. It's a rough, rough world. How can cats understand? A dog without jewels is a prince without riches. I have nothing to offer the bitches. It's a rough...
My name is Archibald Stanton, and I have been the pianist for Dogs for a very long time.
Dear Archie, he's the only member of our little family who's been around almost as long as I have, joining just 2 seasons after we opened. Why, we couldn't have gone on all these years without Archie.
It's painful to have seen my life come to this.
We have a special relationship, Archie and I, Mutual respect for each other's work.
I fucking hate him. It got worse when he took over directing the play. I grew to hate him even more.
Archie, what are you doing? What key was that in?
That was in the key of D. It's what you told me to play last week.
Fuck what I said last week! The key is F! F, F, F! Fuckhead!
Oh, we have our disagreements, as anyone would, working together as long as we have, but we love each other as brothers.
I studied music theory at Juilliard, and 20 years later, I'm taking shit from a guy whose acting couldn't move my bowels. It sickens me. Do you know he buys himself flowers at every show? Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I play Bola Perina, a pound bitch who has a crush on old Deuteronomy.
I play Fidel Castro. I haven't been here long, but it's exciting.
I feel like I've almost made it.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, we're just a few blocks from Broadway.
Hi, I'm Jake Hasselhoff, Maurice's understudy. In 19 years, he hasn't missed a show, so I don't get up on stage much. It's like waiting for Bob Barker to die. But if he's had one too many, then I'll fill in during the rehearsal.
And how often is that?
I always do the rehearsal.
So much I can still remember when I had my
Fucking brilliant. Aren't you just a little Bill Shatner?
We all hate him.
I don't really care what he thinks. All right, I'm leaving the show anyways. Got the part of Drowning Man #3 in Titanic the musical.
He's like a role model to us.
Yeah.
Whiz, whiz, gee whizzy whiz, 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 gee whizzy whiz.
That old doggy door is calling to me. There's a whole world out there, lots of places to pee. You're a cinch to feel better when you've had enough. Take a spin around the yard and try whizzing on stuff.
Whiz, whiz, gee whizzy whiz.
Whiz on a tree, the clouds clear away. Whiz on a flower, it'll brighten your day. Whiz on a bush, 'cause you can't beat that. So lift up your leg and piss on a cat.
Whiz, whiz, gee whizzy whiz, whiz, whiz.
Dog's whistle. Whiz on a bush, 'cause you can't beat that. So lift up your leg. House down the cat.
Whiz, 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 gee whizzy whiz.
Whiz! What are some of the other productions you've been with?
But of course, I'd be remiss not to bring up The Musical Man. After that, I had the lead in East Side Story. I'm very proud of that one also. It was my first butch role.
Maurice, you've been at this for many years, and Dogs is currently in its 19th season. Where do you go from here?
I've written my autobiography. It's a tell-all book. For instance, you know the story about the famous actor in the gerbil? Who do you think drove him to the hospital? Why, we're even using technology now to broaden our fan base. I've got the email. Had I been planning on giving up, I would have done so years ago. No, you're not going to be seeing my face on any milk carton soon. I'm not waiting for Broadway, my limey friend. Oh no, they're waiting for me. They just don't know what they're missing yet, but it will happen. I feel very comfortable in saying, I like where we're at, and I look forward to where we are going. Mark my words, honey. It will happen. We are destined to be the bitches of Broadway.
I've got a whole new point of view. I've got so much that I want to do. I've got a new leash on life. No more chasing my own tail. This doggy's dreams, they ain't for sale. I've got a new leash on life. A new life with you.
I got a new leash. I got a new leash. I got a new leash. Got a new leash on life.
I've got a new leash on life.
I got a new leash. Got a new leash on life. I got a new leash. I got a new leash.
A new leash on life. I left paw prints in the sands of Egypt. I chased a ball in Rome. Sniffed around a bit down under. I traveled far from home. Tried my luck in old Las Vegas. Spent a lonely night in the pound. Got hit by a car in New York City. Got a star in Tinseltown. It's a rough, rough world when you're less than a man. It's a rough, rough, rough world. How can cats understand? A dog without jewels is a prince without riches. I have nothing to offer the bitches. It's a rough, 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 rough world when a guy's been fixed in one stiff, swift stroke. My love life was nixed, but the one thing I wish for most of all is one last chance to lick my balls.
Take your hot stuff, give you both the dust till you rain it up, forget the mood. How the nice tune, make the girl swoon. We'll learn soon. Rough, 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 rough world, rough, rough world, rough, rough world, rough, rough world, rough world, rough world, rough world, rough world.
Here you go.
No, no, no. Come back here. What is this? This is not what I asked for.
But it's the same thing.
No, it's not. This says, Mister, I asked for the doctor.
But, Mr. Moore, it tastes the same.
No. My soda went to medical school. My soda has a fucking PhD! Fucking